issue is that when good men talk about bad men, they always ignore the line in the sand. The line in the sand that is inevitably drawn whenever a good man talks about bad men. I am a good man, here is the line, there are all the bad men. The Jimmies and the good men won't talk about this line, but we really need to talk about this line. We need to talk about how men will draw a different line for every different occasion. They have a line for the locker room, a line for when their wives, mothers, daughters and sisters are watching, another line for when they're drunk and fratting, another line for non-disclosure, a line for friends and a line for foes. You know why we need to talk about this line between good men and bad men? Because it's only good men who get to draw that line. And guess what? All men believe they are good. We need to talk about this because guess what happens when only good men get to draw that line? This world. A world full of good men who do very bad things and still believe in their heart of hearts that they are good men because they have not crossed the line, because they moved the line for their own good. Women should be in control of that line, no question.
Are you a misogynist?
No.
I don't know what that means, so I don't want to say yes or no.
No, I don't think so.
Nah.
What are women good for?
Same thing men are good for.
Being there for a man and cooking, cleaning, motherly duties, non-logical ideas.
Bearing children.
I think they're good for like caring for others and like being really great people.
Have you ever stated or believed in the statement that pussy is pussy?
The statement pussy is pussy kind of puts you in the standpoint of you just don't care what it is as long as it's a female.
I have stated that before, but
No, that's just trifling. If somebody thinks that, that's trifling.
it's not the truth though.
Were women made to cater to men?
Yeah.
They're made to accompany men and work together, but not nothing.
Go back biblically, there was a man, and then from that man came women. So technically, yes.
No, because that just makes me sound like an incel. It's like, oh yeah, women should like men only, blah, blah, blah.
In the work and political field, should men continue to be paid more?
I think however you work determines how well you should be paid. So it should not be like judged on men or women. I believe it should be judged upon how well someone does their job.
If a man is out doing very hard labor, the woman can't match the same amount of labor that a man can. So I would expect the man to get paid more than a female does.
It's like the same job, and the only reason why he's getting paid more is because he's like a dude. It's like why? Like, I mean, that makes no sense.
Are female sex workers considered hoes or thoughts?
Well, if you look at Selena Powell, then
Yeah, definitely.
Do I believe it? Sometimes.
Nah, they just making their bread.
Would you pursue a relationship with a female sex worker?
Cause she done been ran through. I don't want nothing else. Yeah.
Do you refer to women as bitches?
No,
Have you ever?
no.
no.
Have you?
Probably a couple times, yeah.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right, that is so situational. Like, if a woman's a Karen, she's a bitch. So
If a woman were to walk around in revealing shorts or a revealing top, would she be asking for any type of attention? For example, a compliment or sexual interaction?
Negative.
Yeah.
What does "she's for the streets" mean to you?
honestly, I don't say that much because like that's so cheesy and overused.
She's a hoe. Like, anybody can talk to her.
She's a gun. She's easily passable. She done been through the whole team.
She's been around with a lot of individuals.
She's not loyal to, like, she's kind of for everybody.
What are characteristics of a hoish female?
Somebody that has no morals, that just does stuff for fun and not for something that's genuine.
She talked to everybody. She she be with everybody. Like she not for one person.
Way too friendly to a point where she's touchy with a lot of males. Always caught in sticky situations. To whereas when you hear her name, the first thing you think about is drama or her sleeping with another guy.
Usually wears a lot of, I guess, revealing outfits. Usually posts them on Snapchat, Instagram.
Her not having respect for herself. So just being real loose with herself.
Openly admits she likes having sex on a daily basis.
I mean, most people think just sleeping around with a lot of guys. But I mean, if she's not really in a relationship, you can't really consider someone a hoe, I guess.
What is the difference between a man with a body count of 10 and a woman's body count of 10?
It shouldn't be a difference, but there is a difference. I think it's because our society has put morals to where the point where women are expected to be angels and men can be hoes and nothing be wrong with it. So I think the biggest difference is just what our generation has put up the model of. You're a woman with 10 bodies, you're a hoe. You're a man with 10 bodies, you pull the girls. Like a lot of girls, you can tell their body count based off their personality.
Oh, there's no difference. Same thing.
So if a girl you met had a higher body count, would you consider her a hoe?
Probably not. Depends on who she is.
If she's in a group of males and she feels to the comfortable point where she can sit how I'm sitting or feel like she can just talk around the whole room, then you know she's probably up there in the whole category.
So the denotative definition of a misogynist is a man who has dislike, hatred, or mistrust of women, manifested in various forms such as physical intimidation and abuse, sexual harassment and rape, or social shunning and ostracism. But the connotative definition, which is a definition in society, is a man who believes in the degradation and disrespect of women to the point where they are portrayed as sex objects, housewives, and a prejudiced figure in the views of a man's eyes, wishes, and desires. Misogynists refer to women as nothing but bitches, hoes, and pussy, and etc. Misogynists believe that men and women aren't equal and that men are capable of more than women. So after this interview, do you feel that you have misogynistic beliefs, tendencies, or motivations?
Absolutely not. No.
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 No, not at all.
I think naturally in our generation, I think everyone has to an extent some type, even women I think could have some type of extent of being a misogynist. I think me personally, being honest, yes, I think I do.
Honestly, I feel like I have just a small percentage of it. I guess after this interview, I kind of feel better about myself because there's some areas where I successfully don't degenerate women, but there's some parts where I'm just wow, I didn't even realize that. Wow, I didn't know that could really hurt a woman.
And then my last question for you is, are you a misogynist?
Nope. Yes and no. I wouldn't say that I'm a full-on misogynist. I couldn't say it. I couldn't be in my right mind to say that I'm that. So I would say no.
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 I don't think so.
I guess I have done a few things, but I don't think I'm a full-on misogynist though.